Yo, it's your boy Dylan Hans, and I'm back to you with another Dilla's Room podcast. Brought to you by Hans TV and Suki Dilla Show. Uh, this will be episode 5, or I don't even know what episode this is. 5, 6, or 7. I really don't even know. I might just stop saying that shit in the beginning of my podcast because I just don't even know no more. What episode is which? I really don't even know no more. Shit is just crazy. But here we go. You know what I'm saying? Today, yesterday, every other day, it's been hectic. And if you out there, you struggling, you going through some shit, I just want to let y'all know you're not the only ones. There's a lot of shit going on out here. It's a lot of negative energy in the air. It's a lot of spells. It's a lot of witches and witches shit. A lot of shit just going down. So you're not alone if you feel like it's some bad shit happening to you, or if you feel like it's some good shit happening to you. You're being blessed. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's a lot of magic going on. I know for sure right now. It's a lot of magic going on in the air. But for the people that's doing good right now, stay blessed, stay humble, and understand that there's people out here that's doing the exact opposite of you right now. You know what I'm saying? You can go back down there, and you don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? The people that's doing bad right now, look at those people that's doing good, and understand that could be you too. You could be doing good. You could be blessed, just like they was blessed, because God blessed them, and you could be blessed the same way like them. I didn't really understand that till today. And I never hated on people. I'm not saying I ever hated. I always was thankful. Thankful to see somebody doing good, but really my people doing good. You know what I'm saying? I always was thankful to see my people doing good. But now that I see it's just more than my people, it's all of us as a people. You know what I mean? Even to see my favorite celebrities do good. You know what I'm saying? We just truly be happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wanting to take their place all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just truly understand that I could be in that place myself if I put my mind to it and shit like that. So that's basically what it is, to just understand that there's some spells and witchery shit going on out here. There's a lot of magic shit going on. Niggas is doing a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of black on black crime, a lot of people dying, there's a lot of sickness, a lot of disease, there's a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people going through domestic partnership breakups and domestic violence and shit. It's just getting real crazy out here. People can't go to school, or people indebted and then can't pay in certain debt because courts is closed. There's a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying, that you don't even understand. Or you might understand. I don't know. Smoking some good shit right now. Got for my plug. Shout out to my plug. Thank you. Also drinking that Z. That's what I'm gonna call it, the clique. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do gotta stay faded. But it just tastes so damn good though. But now I really just came here to vent and talk about my music and why I gave up. There's a lot of my people want to know, like, because I had it so good back in the day when I was like 15, 16. Didn't really have a studio, but I knew what a studio was. I always stayed in the studio. Then when I got my own studio around like I don't know, like 17, 18 or some shit like that, got my own lab, and I just been in the studio ever since. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my own thing. You know what I mean? Rapping this shit. Put a little group together around when I turned like 22. Little rapping group. Put them together and shit around like 20 to 22. Put a little rap group together. Like every other rap group, shit fell out. Like around shit. 2-3 years ago, I say I'm 27 now, so I'm saying around 21 from 21 and 22 we had the rap group. So like 23 we had a little rap group, but it started falling apart about 23, 24. This shit was basically just pretty much fell apart. You know what I'm saying? When I was 24, and then by the time I'm 25, you know what I'm saying, I was just pretty much on my own. You know what I'm saying? One of my bros just went and got locked up, and then when I was 26, you know what I'm saying, it's just Well, basically at 25 I gave up. I told myself once I hit 25, man, it was over. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the rap shit. You know what I mean? I'm deleting all Facebook. I'm deleting all social media, and that's exactly what I did. You know, except YouTube. Definitely kept YouTube because I still am an artist and I still need to put my music out. So SoundCloud is still there. You know, Audio Mac is still there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit is still there. You know, not other shit. Hold on, my girl's calling me. So yeah, all my music is still on the platforms where music is basically given out except iTunes, but I'm definitely finna put my music out on iTunes real soon, starting this year. Definitely gonna pay for the subscription in because I want to do the podcast and like I'm doing now, and I want to put the podcast on iTunes as well as every other outlet that take a podcast. And I'm gonna just have my music on the same shit. I did go to Buzzcut or Buzzsport. I don't even know the name of it. Let me go to my Twitter so y'all can go subscribe to that channel. I mean that website Buzzsprout. I'm sorry, Buzzsprout. www.buzzsprout.com. I got my podcast on there, Dilla's Room. Dilla's Room podcast. Brought to you by Hans TV, Suki Dilla Show. So yeah, at 25, that's when I just dropped all the music. But when I was 18, I was definitely going hard with the music. When I was 19, definitely going hard with the music. 20, going hard with the music. 21, all the way pretty much until I was like 22. I felt like my passion for music started to go down because I noticed I wasn't even writing one of my rhymes no more. Not to say that did anything because freestyling is a big part of how what I do now, but I still was more into the passion of music. Like I really crafted a lot of the shit I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I was my own engineer, I was my own video man, I was my own beat finder, I was my own every fucking thing. And then on top of that, I was pretty much the Click's CEO, manager. I was everything to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Boss Dilla, big Boss Dilla, for real. Shout out to all my niggas that know. Shout out to my nigga L.O. Brish, shout out to my nigga Smiley, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas was 8-7, y'all niggas was also 7, still also 7 to this day, but really, everything collapsed, you know what I'm saying? Everything fell down, you know what I'm saying? And everybody did their own thing, you know? Shout out bro, Broski in jail doing 25, and homie just moved 8 miles away, I'm sorry, about 200 something miles away, Ohio and shit. Shout out my nigga, PA. That's where it started at. That's where we repping York, PA. You know what I'm saying? That's what we repping, how we getting it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm from the Bronx, that's what we also repping. Shout out the Bronx. That's where I met my love, Suki. Shout out to motherfucking Brooklyn. That's where my father from. You know what I mean? Shout out Staten Island. That's where my cousins is at. Shout out Queens. Shout out Manhattan, you know what I mean? Family out there too. But listen, how I came into the music was my cousin Sean. He brought me to the studio when I was like 12 years old. He brought me to the studio, my first time going to the studio. And I always, like I said, I always was going crazy for the music. I always was a fan of like Lil Wayne and shit like that growing up. Especially when I started to get into rap, probably was like 11, 12 years old. I first heard Tupac mixtape, no cap, no bullshit. I wasn't even Biggie Smalls. I literally heard Tupac, a whole 38 track song of fucking Tupac, and that shit just like, wow, his storytelling was amazing to me. The way he was saying shit, I just couldn't believe people did this shit, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing to me, you know what I'm saying? I definitely fell in love with Tupac. Was my first artist I ever fell in love with the music. But then, I got older and heard other artists and shit like that and became, the artist I am today, which sounds like every other artist that's out today, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of artists took my swag. I feel like the industry got my shit and gave it out to everybody, which is cool. So, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? People need to steal a swag, people need to find a swag, and I guess they could make more money with them niggas than they could have made with a nigga like me, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool, because I had contracts offered. I tried to call a lot of the labels and shit, wasn't selecting unsolicited music, all kinds of crazy shit. But welcome to Dilla's Room, man. Welcome to Dilla's room. I know sometimes listening to my voice is very soothing, very calm, and very relaxing, and that's just what I want to do because this is therapy to me. It's therapeutic to me, and I know that working out is also therapeutic to me now. I love to work out. I actually had a dream last night. I was working out, and I'm like lifting this shit, and then I'm like, damn, I'm lifting this shit so much I can't even feel it. But then in my dream, I'm actually feeling it, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm working out in my dream. This shit was crazy. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I was literally working out in my dream. Yeah, so um basically going back to the music, jumping right back to the music, how I started my music. I got my own studio and put my team together, also 787 and shit like that. And I guess we'll just talk about everything. Fuck it. I guess we'll just break it down everything. Cause a lot of people want to know probably how A7 got started, where that name came from, and shit like that. And fuck it, I'll just break it down. You know, my name is Dilla, of course. Hans came later on when I was in high school. I thought about the name Hans because I thought about the leather jacket, the black leather jacket type of dude. Black leather jacket, tight pants, fucking boot cut, motherfucking not boot cut pants. Sorry. Not boot cut pants, motherfucker. Ripped pants, leather jacket, white tee. You know what I'm saying? Black boots on. You know what I'm saying? Just all American bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I always thought about that. And Hans came from the Fonz. The Fonz was a white, all American white boy, all American bad white boy. With the slick hair, the grease in the hair and shit. So I thought about like, damn, all the bitches love the Fonz and shit. Love the Fonz. He was cool. But I'm black, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna call it the Hans, you know what I'm saying? Han, you know what I mean? Kill a gang like that, you know what I mean? I'm a cool motherfucker too. But I'm cool. And that's what Hans got up in it, you know what I mean? And that's the cool side of me, you know what I mean? The Hans is the cool side. It's the people that love to chill with Hans. People love to be around Hans, you know what I mean? He's the coolest. It's like, damn, when it's like when they say he's cool, it's because he's Hans, you know what I'm saying? But when they say he's wilding, he's going crazy, I don't understand him. What the fuck is his problem? This nigga's talking crazy. Yeah, that's Dilla, That's Dilla talking real crazy. But the streets gave me Dilla. That's why I came out to be Dilla and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But back to how it started, A7 we came up with the name A7. Originally, it was the @ sign and the 7, but we realized that we just couldn't really do that because people really be like, yo, y'all @7. And it's like, nah, we want to say A7. We just wanted to be different, so we tried to put the @ sign, thinking that people would get it as an A because it looks like an A, but it's really the @ sign people are. So we changed it to A, literally. And when I say we, at the time it was me, Mula, and Rezi Mal. Okay, and us three, we lived on the same block. We all grew up on Grove Block. Shout out to Grove Block. Definitely still Grove Block legend. I'm a Grove Block legend. I'm a Grove Block king. Don't forget that. Ain't nobody come on Grove Block ever move nothing without me. My say so. That's a fact, and that's just how I've been giving it up for the longest. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Grove Block king, Grove Block legend, 783, all the way down to 777, all the way down to fucking 784. Listen. Like I said, it was me, Mula, Rezi Mal. Mula wasn't really the rapper though. He was always playing around, playing games and shit, whatever the fuck he was doing and shit. But Rezi Mal was a good artist, actually. He was a great, incredible rapper. He could sing, He was like the Kendrick Lamar Drake of the camp, I would say. He was the Drake, Kendrick Lamar of the camp. Mula was like Gutter Gutter, if you know Gutter Gutter. If you don't know Gutter Gutter, then that's Mula anyway, because you just wouldn't know Mula. But he did rap a little bit, but not really. Then you had Dilla Hans. I felt like I would consider myself like the Wayne in the group. I did everything. I did the rock, I did the rap, did the all that kind of different music. I just did it all. I could sing a little bit, not really that good, but I tried. Rapping, I did every fucking thing. Hardcore rap, soft rap, boom bap rap. I got it all. Got over 400, probably 500 tracks, man. I had my own studio. I was able to do whatever I want, and that's the best thing. You got your own shit. You comfortable. You do it by yourself. I remember my niggas would lay down the track, and they would leave and shit. Come back the next day, the song would be done, and they be like, "Damn, nigga, your verse is crazy. Like, how the fuck did you get a verse like that?" And it's because, I took my time and I was comfortable to say my verse without them being around and shit like that. So I noticed that doing songs by myself definitely put me in a more comfortable space to say and play with my voice and play with flows and shit like that. You know what I mean? So having your own studio definitely give you the opportunity to play with your voice, play with your flow. And you can actually become the greatest artist like that to me. You know what I'm saying? When you got your own shit and you by yourself, you're on the road or whatever you around, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do it, whatever makes you comfortable. But just having your own shit at free will, not having to always just pay for every little fucking thing, and that's just the best part of this music shit. You know what I mean? So we came up with A7, me, Resi Mal, Mula. It really because I was a 7. I was born on August 7th, so I just took the 7, and I felt like, damn, that was my favorite number. I was drawn to this number, and I really just couldn't understand why I was so drawn to this number. So, then it just hit me, you know what I'm saying? 7 was something good, you know what I mean? Everybody's repping the 6 and that shit, so 7 was 7, you know what I mean? It was just blessing, you know what I mean? And it was just blessing. So even through all my hardship, all the crazy shit I was going through, the 7 was always a blessing. God was always a blessing. God was always there. So that's how I always looked at it. But the A came from my nigga A-Dot, you know what I mean? Elijah, you know what I'm saying? So we put it together because it was just me and him at the time. Like I said, it was me, Mula, and Resi Malin. But Resi Malin is A-Dot is before he was Resi Malin, I gave him that name, Resi Malin, and I gave Mula basically his name, Mula. I gave all my niggas their name. I just was a boss for every fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically everybody's dad, everybody's daddy. Everybody love me, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. But for shit show, let's listen. So basically his name was AJ. A. Elijah, whatever. So we took A and put my favorite number 7 together with the letter A, and it was A7. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And we was killing the game. It was him singing, me rapping, or him rapping and me rapping. We were just going back and forth. We were just killing the game. You know what I'm saying? We had some great times doing the songs together. I remember he gave me his laptop for like a week straight. I had his laptop for like a week straight. I laid down on my first mixtape off of his laptop. You know what I'm saying? The MOS basically was written on his laptop, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of other songs that I can't even find right now was just made off this motherfucker laptop that I had for a week straight. Every day I was in the studio just recording songs, trying to learn that shit. And the point he came over like, yo, bro, I need my shit back, you know what I mean? And I had to wake up, get my own studio and shit. Cause I'm like getting mad at my nigga, like, nigga, fuck you mean you need your shit back, nigga, this my shit, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize, I can't bully my nigga, that's my nigga, that's his shit, I give back his shit. And I just get my own shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what I did. And funny how I got my own shit. A couple months after that, me and this nigga got into a beef. So I saw him at my shit by the time me and him got into the beef. Me and AJ, me and Resi Mal, you know what I'm saying? So it was Dilla Hansen beefing with Resi Mal, and Mula was in the middle of this shit, basically instigating shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he was playing both sides, he would come to me and tell me bullshit about AJ, and I know he would definitely go to AJ and tell him bullshit about me, you know what I'm saying? And then they were just playing both sides, you know what I'm saying? And even though in the beginning he liked AJ, because me and AJ was close, we was tight, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't like that shit, you know what I mean? He wanted us to beef, and pretty much I think he the reason why the beef pretty much started, you know what I'm saying? It was because of Mula, you know what I'm saying? And his sister, AJ's sister, you know what I'm saying? They just had it out for me and AJ being so cool because they seen that I was rapping and he was singing. We just had a lot of chemistry going on when it came to the music, you know what I'm saying? We was going hard with the music. It was just every day we was in the studio. He would come home from work and I would come home from work. We'd be in the lab just killing it, you know what I'm saying? Just in the booth, boo, 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 going crazy. You know what I'm saying? All day, all night. You know what I'm saying? Just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get Mula to get in the booth. Trying to get Mula to rap. He never really wanted to rap. But we was just turning up. We was just young niggas turning up. 22, 20, like 21. I was like 20, 21 at the time. We was turning up that hard. Because around 22, me and homie got into the beef. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Not really beef, but we fell out. You know what I'm saying? We just wasn't friends no more. You know what I'm saying? Over some shit that happened. You know what I mean? Over some bullshit. Over his sister doing some real foul shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how A7 came along. Cause with his name and my favorite letter, we just made A7. So That's how that shit came along. And then I pretty much just took it and ran with it after, we split up. He came up with some shit called Salad Gang or whatever the fuck he was coming up with, and I just kept A7. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna keep A7 then. Fuck it, you ain't, it don't even have to be Elijah 7 or more or A7 because you was 8 out and I was 7. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Dilla, so I'm like, fuck it, we gonna switch this shit up, you know what I mean? It's gonna be A7 for short, but the real slogan is now gonna be also 7, you know what I'm saying? That's what the A stand for. Also, I turned the A into what it actually meant now, which was also, you know what I'm saying? Also is basically, also is just everything, you know what I mean? It's just always also. It's no more buts. It's also this, because we don't want to take from nothing. We want to add to it. So while saying also, we add into it. We not taking from nothing, you know what I mean? Because nobody's wrong, nobody's right. So we're gonna also add to what you saying, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we came up with. Also, what Dilla came up with, also me, all by myself, and I came with the abbreviation. You know what I'm saying? A will stand for always. L stands for love. S stands for 7, of course. O stands for only. You know what I mean? So it was always love 7 only, and then we had the 7 at the end. You know what I'm saying? So it was always love 7 only 7. You know what I'm saying? It was just beautiful. So you know what I mean. And at one point we was gonna even break that down for my other artists that I started coming in and rapping. I was gonna break that down for them and had them start their own little gang that basically I was controlling anyway. It was called SOS, which was gonna be 7 only 7. You know what I'm saying? Which was cool with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I still was control of that, you know what I mean? 7 only 7. I am the 7, so everybody's praising me end of the day, you know what I'm saying? All my niggas went and got the tattoos, you know what I'm saying? All my real niggas that I was fucking with got Dubs got the tattoo. My nigga Brisk got the tattoo. Mulu was about to get a tattoo, but he only got one and bitched out, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know he really was never really a 7, you know what I'm saying? He was a bitch nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if Smiley ever got 7 tatted on him, but we even had a couple of chicks that I was deep dating and whatever put the 7 on them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't telling them to, and I ain't telling none of my niggas to do this shit. They all just felt like they wanted to put the 7 on them. You know what I'm saying? And rep the 7 because that's what I was going so hard for it. I believed in it like I believe in it right now, and it just took me through a lot of strife and took me out a lot of strife. Even though I'm still in strife and a lot of pain and shit, but I know through the pain and the strife, it's always a 7. It's always a 7 to pull me out of whatever I'm going through. God is always there. He's always been blessing me, and she or whatever. God has always been blessing me, and that's how we came up with the name A7. You know what I'm saying? After I done dubbed this bitch ass nigga, and I just came with also 7, you know what I'm saying? So it was also 7, you know what I mean? We made a whole mixtape, you know what I mean? Shout out to Dubs, Briz, Beatty, Moolah, you know what I'm saying? Had a couple of niggas on there, shit like that, but we all just fell out. Beatty went to jail. He's doing time in jail, like 14, 15 years right now for a conspiracy to murder, you know what I'm saying? Then it was Dubs, I don't know what happened to him. He got locked up and then came home and then just turned like I don't know what happened with him, you know what I'm saying? But he's gone. And then Moolah, you know what I'm saying? He did some bitch shit to me and just turned his back on me. So I just, he's gone. And like Briss, Briss, another one, he did 25. Like I said, he's gone. So all my niggas is in jail or they moved and shit. Smiley gone, you know what I mean? So, shout out to my niggas though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my niggas and shit, you know what I mean? That's still in the game, that's still around. Even my nigga that's locked down in the pen, you know what I'm saying? And RP my nigga Jeffrey, you know what I'm saying? He died and shit, working on a job. So, I went through some shit, you know what I mean? I've been around death and I've been around niggas that have been in the penitentiary for a lot of years and shit. I lost a lot of my people that was close to me, and I ain't even have a lot of people, you know what I mean? It was just like I just named about 5, 6 niggas, you know what I'm saying? That's 4 or 5 niggas, that's it. That's all really around me. That was my best, closest friends and shit, and we all either fell out over a bitch, or we fell out over, talking shit behind each other, or we just fell out for whatever reason why niggas fell out, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, or we got separated because of the circumstances that niggas put themselves in. So, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Because, not every situation, like I said, my nigga moved to a house. My nigga got a house in Ohio, him and his girl, so they doing good. And my nigga obviously doing bad because he's behind penitentiary walls. And my other nigga is as well, too. But, A7, also 7 just started like that, you know what I'm saying? I started drafting niggas once in the blue, you know what I'm saying? Drafting niggas and shit, you know what I mean? Bringing them, trying them out. I had a couple of little artists. I forget this other nigga, Ty. Oh, it was Ty. He was one of my little artists for us, like a day or two. We gave him a little test drive and shit, but he couldn't come in with the paper for his mixtape, so I kicked him out. You know what I'm saying? And Briss, he came in with the paper for his mixtape. That's how we really became cool. I really didn't fuck with Briss like that because he was just not like the type of nigga I would fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But he came to the studio. Some bitch brought him to the studio, and I'm looking at the bitch like, why would you bring this nigga to the studio? And he's looking at the bitch like, why would you bring me to the studio with two niggas here that I don't even know? And bitch, you got me looking stupid. So, me and him, both, that's how he clicked, because he felt the same way I feel. Like, bitch, why would you put us in this situation? Like, and I'm telling Holmes, I'm like, yo, you got ends on this weed? And he like, nah. I'm like, well, you gotta go then, you know what I'm saying? You can't be here. So that's how me and Briss got cool and shit like that. Because he later came back to the studio with some weed and shit. Like, I got weed, I got money, let me do a track. I'm like, all right, bet, let's do a track. And I let him do a track. He recorded his song or whatever. And then he wanted to join the group that I had, also 7. He was like, I want to be down, I want to be part of the squad. And I'm like, all right, you could be part of the squad. Just pay me such and such for your mixtape. And, we'll get your first mixtape out there on me. You know what I'm saying? I told him, give me like $1.25 or $1.50. Some little small, little change, a little shit like that. You know what I mean? Just because he wanted to be initiated in also 7. So I was like, that's your initiation price right there. And we'll do your whole mixtape. And boom, he did that. We did him a mixtape. And, he just was part of Also 7 from there, you know what I'm saying? We clicked, and he really just became part of Also 7 family, you know what I'm saying? And we clicked, you know what I mean? And we just did songs together, and our songs together was just crazy, because it was just like, he had that Chicago type of street rap, you know what I mean? And I was just more on the singing side, talking about bitches and shit. And I'm going to get into that later, why I was always talking about women and shit like that. But right now, like I said, me and homie, we clicked, you know what I mean? And at the time, he was going by some other name. I don't even know what he was going by, Chris, some shit. So I'm like, my nigga, we going to need... No, matter of fact, he was going by Briss. But I'm like, nigga, you crazy. I'm gonna call you L.O. Because he was the type of nigga to get low. You know what I mean? When we got into situations like this, how we click. You know what I mean? He would be around me for studio sessions and whatnot. But don't mean I still had to go outside. 'Cause I was still in the street hustling. So I had to go outside to make my plays and do whatever I had to do. And little shit was pop on the block. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a fight happened, a shootout happened, and he would be right there. And, you know what I mean? We get busy together and he'd get low. You know what I'm saying? So I after a while, I'm like, yo, man, you get low. So I called that nigga L.O. I'm like, L.O. was like Low Briss, you know what I'm saying? He came up with his shit like Laws Only, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it's 7, always love 7, only 7, you know what I'm saying? So, he came up with the Laws Only part, you know what I'm saying? But I came with the L.O. part. I'm like, I'm gonna call you L.O. because you get low. And then, he put it in front of the name, L.O. Briss, and he stuck with that ever since, you know what I'm saying? And my nigga Dubs was another one, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I called him Dubs. I think he actually came up with his own name, Dubs. But he put the Z at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Because he already know what the Z stood for. I mean, him also clicked, you know what I mean? Because Dubs was going through a hard time and shit. Me and him actually was in school together. We actually went to Kennedy together. We didn't really know each other like that because he was a quiet nigga. He didn't really say much. He was a real quiet motherfucker. But I ain't gonna lie, he always had like this mean, grimy look on his face, you know what I mean? So, like, I guess niggas left him alone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But later on in life, we met. He ended up fucking with some girl on my block. He had a baby with her that I knew and shit. Named Chlorine. She was cool because she knew her cousin was some girl I was fucking with back in the day. And that's how I met Corey and shit, you know what I mean? Because I knew his baby mom and shit because I knew her cousin or some girl I was fucking with that she knew. And we ended up clicking like that. And not really, actually we didn't really click, like we actually clicked more through Mula. But we met though because of Chlorine, you see what I'm saying? We met because of his baby mom or whatever. And we actually clicked more because of Mula, because him and Mula was like, I guess Chlorine and Mula's baby mom used to chill all the time and shit, and that made Mula and Corey chill, so they clicked. And Mula was part of the squad, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't fucking with Rezzy no more. I was running with Briss, you know what I'm saying? We was just going crazy. And then Dubs came in the picture. We started fucking around and shit, and we was all cool. Mula brought Dubs in the picture. We was all just cool, you know what I'm saying? It was all like just real young niggas and shit. So it was all 4 of us, And then BD came, so it was all 5 of us, you know what I'm saying? And we was just out here mobbing, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing. It was a beautiful time. And then even at a point in time, Resi actually did come back to the group, you know what I'm saying? You know, we made up some type of way. He came back to the group, and we would end up falling out. We would end up falling out again, you know what I'm saying, over some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that relationship just never worked between me and Resi, period. We just wasn't gonna be cool, you know what I'm saying? And it was only because we had niggas like Moolah in the middle of us playing both sides, you know what I'm saying? He was just really doing too much of that shit, and that shit could fuck up a relationship between niggas that's real cool with each other, you know what I'm saying? And we all grew up together, you know what I'm saying? Me, Moolah, and Resi. So it was just like, you know, we know a lot of shit about each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, why would you, well, you know what I'm saying? So of course we gonna believe Moolah, and of course we gonna, you know, it's easy for him to play both sides, you know what I'm saying? Especially if he know both of us, you know what I'm saying? He know that, you know, I'm a real nigga, and he knew that Resi was a not no bitch nigga either, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you playing both sides, you know we gonna fall out, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we not no hoes, you know, we gonna get it popping with each other. That's just how it happened, you know what I'm saying? And we more likely did, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, Moolah brings Dub in the picture, you know what I'm saying? So now, you know, me and Dubs is clicking hard body, you know what I'm saying? Briss is around and shit, but, you know, I'm really like, because me and Briss, we had our run for like a year or whatever. We had our long run for like a year, you know what I'm saying? I met him when I was like 20, 21. I met the homie, and he was like 19 or 18 or some shit. And we had our little run, you know what I'm saying? And for like a year or two, whatnot, and shit like that, just going crazy and shit. He was around me when I was making plays, around me when I had a job, around me, you know what I mean? So he was around for a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And then Dubs came in the picture, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be me, Moolah, and Dubs and Briss chilling, but then, you know, me and Moolah would get into a little fallout. You know what I'm saying? By then, me and Dubs was real cool. He was part of the clique. He was part of A7. So me and him got real close, and me and Briss was real close. It was all 3 of us at one point: Briss, Dubs, and Dilla Hans. And Dubs was like, not, I wouldn't say he playing both sides, but he definitely was cool with Moolah. Way more cooler than Moolah, because his baby mom and they baby mom was all cool, so they was like more of a family over there in that side. Plus he lived with the nigga Moolah at one point, you know what I'm saying? So they was living together for a while, so that's how he actually brought me and Moolah back together to be cool and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dubs and shit. I don't know where you at now, but you know, shout out you out. Hope you doing good, bro. So that's how me and Dubs, you know what I mean, really clicked and shit like that, because he ain't really had nowhere to go. A lot of times he stayed in my crib with me for a little week, you know what I mean, for a little while and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But he was more closer to Moolah, I feel like, than ever. But we did click though, you know what I'm saying? We did a whole mixtape. We had a Dilla Dub Factor mixtape together. You know, me and Briss had a mixtape together. So like we was real cool. We would make a whole mixtape together, you know what I'm saying? Like how me and Rezi almost made a whole mixtape together, but we just so happened to fall out, you know, during the process of us making that mixtape together, you know what I'm saying? And you know, then we try to get back cool together. That's how the song Dilla Said came out on also 7 on also Dilla Project, you know what I'm saying? He ended up doing the chorus for me. If you could go back to the also Dilla Project, you could hear him doing the chorus for me. That's when we got back cool again. That was like 2015, you see what I'm saying? And if you go all the way back to when it was like 2013, 2012, that's when I was started rapping and shit with bro and shit. You know, then you see the breakup between 2013 and 2014, you know what I'm saying? That was a 2-year difference, you know what I'm saying? So we know now we back clicking for like a little while, but the shit didn't really go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So that's how he's on that chorus or whatever. And then, you know, we just said fuck Rezi after that, you know what I mean? And Moolah, like I said, Moolah was playing both sides. Every time it came between me and Rezi, he was playing both sides, you know what I'm saying? But Dubs, I won't say he was playing both sides. He was more like a real nigga. I can't say he was like more like a real nigga, if anything, because he was trying to get me and Moolah to be cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can't really say that he was trying to really go against Moolah like that. I mean, at times, you know, he have his little words with Moolah and get a little mad at Moolah or whatnot, because Moolah is a sucker bitch ass nigga, and he did a lot of bitch ass shit, You know what I mean? So any real nigga would check a nigga like that. But at the same time, it's hard to check a nigga that took you in when you had nowhere to go. You was homeless. He fed you, put clothes in your back, make sure you washed up, and his mom make sure you ate and shit. So it's hard to really turn it back on a nigga like that. You know what I mean? Even talk down on him. So I respect Corey for, Dubs for doing his thing like that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean, he knew when Muda was doing fuck shit, he would definitely call him out or definitely, or at least play my side. You know what I'm saying? When he knew Mula was really, really on some bugged out shit. You see what I'm saying? But he never really played both sides. Like I said, he never tried to backdoor nobody, no crazy shit like that. Mula was a nigga doing the backdooring between me and Rezzy and shit. And he even tried to do the backdooring between me and Dubs and shit. Once he seen me and Dubs got cool, he would try to like backdoor Dubs by telling me Dubs was fucking his baby mom, or he think Dubs was doing this to his baby mom, and trying to get me, because he knows saying shit like that to me with, like, because me and Mula was closer. Like, we grew up together. It was me, Rezzy, and Mula. So saying some shit like that to me, and I'm a loyal nigga to my niggas, so I would look at Dubs like, you better not be doing no shit like that. We gonna go in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We about to jump your ass. We about to beat your ass. But, it never happened like that because, Mula was a bitch and he was a lying motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he really had his own problems with his bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to backdoor Dubs and shit, and he probably even tried to backdoor me. I wouldn't be surprised, you know what I'm saying? Because he tried to do it between me and Rezzy. He tried to do it, you know what I'm saying? I think he tried to do it with Dubs too, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know, but like I said, he definitely tried to backdoor Dubs for sure. And he definitely backdoor Rezzy Mal, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I was part of that backdoor. I helped that backdoor happen down with Rezzy Mal at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna get to it on live with what I did and what happened and shit, but I feel like once you play me, you cross the line, then I don't give a fuck about you. I wouldn't really call it a backdoor though. Mula really did the backdoor because it was his idea. I just came following him and shit, you know what I'm saying? But end of the day, fuck Holmes, you know what I mean? Fuck that nigga. So it is what it is. And Mula know what it is too. Fuck him too. You know what I'm saying? So fuck Rezzy, fuck Mula. Niggas know what it is when they see me. Them niggas know what it is. They see me put their head down. Nigga, don't even say what up to me. Don't even look my fucking way. You know what I mean? He's a bitch. He's a fucking coward. You know what I mean? Both of you little bitch ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Rezzy, you already know we get it shaking. I'll punch you through a fucking wall, nigga. I don't give a shit. I hope you hear this podcast. You's a bitch. For even listening to a bitch like Mula. You know what I mean? Come on now. You a bitch for listening to a bitch like Mula, man. What kind of funny shit is you on, bro? We live 2 doors down from each other. You go always come check me, nigga, and holler at me and say shit to my face, nigga. But you did some little bitch shit and went behind my back, nigga. Just like this nigga Mula and shit, and then want to talk shit, bro, and then want to act like when you see me, nigga, we ain't cool, nigga. You should have been said that shit, bro. Don't play with me, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to backdoor me, nigga. I ain't on that type of shit, bro. And when I see you and you acting like we ain't cool, nigga, I'm acting like we ain't cool either, nigga, and I'm gonna punch you in your shit, nigga. You already know how I get down, you know what I'm saying? And Mula, you know how I get down too. The only reason why I ain't punch you in your shit that day you was in my room talking shit, cause your girl punched you in your shit real quick, nigga. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what time it is. You was a bitch too, nigga. Fuck out of here. But I did punch your ass that day downstairs when you grabbed the phone for me. When Dubs was on the phone, telling me the truth about how you was outing me and saying crazy shit about me, you little bitch. You know what I mean? You got punched in your face for it right then and there, bro. And I try to give you the feel when, even though I had the shit on me, bro. I had it on me, bro. But I put my jacket down, bro, with the shit on me to give you the feel one, bro. And you ain't want to shake, bro. So you was a bitch, nigga. And Briss told your ass to go with the block, nigga, and you did. So you was a bitch for that, bro. Even though you came back outside, you sat across the street or whatever like that, nigga. You know what I mean? Trying to peep, see if I was gonna do something to your little bitch ass, nigga. But I grew up with you, nigga. I helped your little goofy ass, nigga. I was there. I was telling niggas not to rob you, not to put their hands on you, not to do certain shit to you, nigga. It was me that saved your life from getting your ass whipped half the time you got your ass whipped. When Wade was over there about to whip your ass, when you and Wade was getting fired, I broke that shit up, nigga. But y'all niggas never do no shit like that for me. Y'all niggas see me get my ass whooped and watch me get my ass whooped, cause y'all niggas really hated me, bro. Y'all niggas on the low didn't really like me, bro, cause I was a boss, nigga. I was really had shit happen, bro, and I didn't even understand that. That's why niggas really hated me, cause I was a boss. At the end of the day, niggas didn't really like me. Only real niggas respected real niggas, though. End of the day, but at the same time, niggas don't like they boss. Niggas don't like to lick up to no nigga telling them what to do. So I understand why y'all watching it now, but I still got animosity towards that shit. Now I probably even have to, you know what I'm saying? So if anything happen to one of y'all niggas, I will watch. I don't give a fuck. I'll let that shit go down, nigga. Just like when Brisk got punched in his face by a fucking homie around the corner, I let that shit go down. Fuck out of here, cause niggas watch me lose. Fall out. Fucking, I ain't helping y'all niggas. Y'all on y'all own shit. But shout out to homie Brisk. That's my nigga. Hello, he already know. You know what I'm saying? I could talk like that because he already know. You know what I'm saying? Me and him already had conversations, sat down. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole diss track dissing my nigga, and he was in the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? With me. That's how it really is, because he didn't even give a shit. He probably made a song and dissed me back. I don't even know. But I ain't never heard it. I ain't never seen it. But you know what I mean? Shout out to my niggas. You know what I'm saying? The real niggas that was with me. You know what I'm saying? Brisk, my nigga Smiley. You know what I'm saying? Doves and shit. BD. But fuck that nigga Reggie. Fuck that nigga Moolah. Y'all niggas is hoes, man. Straight up. And it'd be crazy because the two niggas I grew up with for years. Since I was 7 years old on the block, nigga. We grew up till we was like 20 some years old, bro. That's like 15 plus years we knew each other, bro. And you turn your back on a nigga, you do some backdoor shit to a nigga, bro. Y'all niggas is funny, goofy ass niggas, bro. I swear to God. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's how the music shit came. That's how the gangster music came when Brisk came and shit. And Dubs came. They was doing the gangster music, and I just started doing the gangster music with him. And shout out my homie Smiley. He was always freestyling, and that's what made me always just want to freestyle. You know what I mean? And Wayne was freestyling, so I just put down the pen and started freestyling around like 23, 24 years old. I'm just freestyling and shit, and everything was freestyle. I would write like one verse shit and freestyle the second verse, sing the hook, all kinds of shit. So it was like really no need for me to write. Writing a song to me would come out, even though I still take a whole fucking day to make one song. It's because I edit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an editor. On top of that, you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting there having to write the verse, or if I don't write the verse, I'm gotta think about the verse and thinking about the process a lot. I just don't get in the booth and keep recording. I mean, keep saying some shit in one take. I gotta keep recording that shit. You know, I gotta keep recording. I just can't get in the studio with one take that shit. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I gotta just keep going, keep thinking about what I'm gonna say and shit. Especially when it come down to the hook. That's the number one thing. That's probably the hardest thing to do. I could get the verse down in like 30 minutes, but doing the fucking hook, that shit probably take a whole hour to do. You know what I'm saying? That shit take like a whole hour and a half to do. You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta edit it and make sure that the hook sound good so that I can feel good doing the verse. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do the fucking verse with the hook sound trash and shit on a melody or on a motherfucking edit tip. I gotta do both of that shit, so it take me a long time to do a track. You know what I mean? But I got over 400, 500 of them bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? Mad mixtapes back to back. Over 7-10 fucking mixtapes out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Most of my shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I probably got over 100 songs out, but I got a lot of songs in the stash that I didn't even put out, because I made over 400 songs. You know what I'm saying? And I check how many songs I got on the motherfucking internet. I only got about 100 something songs on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, damn, I got like over 100 something songs on the internet, but I made over 200 something songs, 300 something songs. Like, this shit crazy. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you know, this shit just crazy. You know what I mean? But end of the day, you know, I got a lot of music to put out, and a lot of that music I ain't put out. You know, most of that shit was featured with a lot of my niggas in, like, you know, we did the Dilla Dub Factor, we did the also 7 mixtape, we did the LO Brisk, we did the LO Dilla mixtape. Come on, man. Like, I've been working hard, and I got over, like, shit, I got so many projects, bro, put together. I can't even really name how many projects I got. I could name also Dilla. I mean, I'm starting from, it was MOS, then Eve, then I did the MOS 2, then MOS 3, then after I did the MOS 3, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to go off into another lane, and that's when I came up with 007 Life of Dilla. But while I was doing 007, I started making local girl trap house, local girl trap, You know what I'm saying? Those 3 mixtapes came out. Then we did the 007 Life of Dilla, 007 Free Base Dilla. You know what I'm saying? And what else I got? Also Dilla, also Hans mixtapes. Uh, uh, um, Damn, what else I got? Seducing Succubus mixtape tape. I just made the Eve 2. I want to say the Eve Part 3. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it yet, but we got the Eve Part 3 maybe. I'm definitely gonna make the Eve 3. But I got Saturday Night Live. I'm working on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of mixtapes out. Oh, I forgot about Hoes and O's, fucking talking to Betty Boop, and the other mixtapes that I'm forgetting right now. You know what I'm saying? I done made so many mixtapes. You know what I mean? I done made so much music. I done did this music shit. So I told myself by 25, man, if I don't blow up, I don't pop, I don't get to where I need to be, then I'm giving up on this shit, man. I'm putting the tape down. I'm putting the mic down. Fucking, I'm gonna delete all my Facebook. I'm gonna delete all my Instagram. So, you know what I mean? Shit was really about nothing to me when Ho came to me like, yo, I need you to delete your shit. You know what I mean? For you to be with me, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, I delete my shit. Is you gonna delete yours? You know what I mean? But you know, that's another talk for another situation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my wife though. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about her. Fuck them hoes. Fuck my baby mama, the one that caused the drama. Listen, I came out with also 7. Always love 7, only 7. And you know, making these mixtapes, making this shit really ain't easy, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's not easy for a lot of people, excuse me, on bourbon, but it's easy for me, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why is, I'm not gonna lie, I could talk about bitches, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I love, you know what I'm saying? To talk about women, you know what I mean? 'Cause I love girls, I love women. So as much as people think like I'm a women hater, womanizer, or some shit like that, that's not true. 'Cause I love talking about bitches. Most of my popping songs is me talking about a girl and how she turned me up, or how we had a good time that day, or whatnot, or whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? And I got bad songs about hoes too, you know what I'm saying? I got songs that I got mixtapes that I made for my hoes. I got mixtapes that I made for my girl now, you know what I'm saying? Saturday Night Live was partly for my girl. The Eve 2 was partly for my girl, you know what I'm saying, that I'm with right now, you know what I'm saying? I made mixtapes for my women, you know what I'm saying? And I just did a lot of shit, and I said a lot of shit in my story. So you go back to the mixtapes and shit like that, you know what I mean? They tell a lot of my stories, you know what I'm saying? We starting with 007. I feel like I did 007 because James Bond was a cool motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And he always had the bitches and shit like that. So when I made 007, you know what I mean? I was in the Earth breaking up with who I was with. I was like 20 years old, you know what I mean, going to 21. So I'm in my prime time. I'm in my prime years. I'm dugging it. I'm going super hard around this time. There's mad hoes, mad bitches everywhere. So I'm 007. I feel like I'm double James Bond for real. I had mad hoes. I had mad bitches. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody know, niggas you see me like, yo, Dan Dilla, you stay with bitches. You stay with hoes. My nigga X, every time, shout out my nigga X from the projects, you know what I'm saying? Twin Parks. You know what I'm saying? He used to say, Dan Dilla, you stay with hoes. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't even really realize that I definitely had a lot of bitches. I had a lot of hoes. Every time you see me, I had a different bitch. I was talking about a different bitch. I had a new hoe this, new hoe this. So I always was the man with the bitches and shit like that. Now that I think about it and shit. All my music was about bitches and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Dels would always say, like, he didn't understand like why I always talk about hoes and shit like that. Why I always did that. Then one day he finally understood. You know, after chilling and clicking with me for so long, like all my other niggas, they were like, damn, you only just talk about what you know, you know what I'm saying? And you really know bitches and shit. You don't really want to talk about the other part of your lifestyle because, you know, that's crazy. That's where Free Best Dilla came in, you know what I mean? When I feel like I wanted to try to bring out a little bit of what I was actually going through. I made Free Base Dilla, Life of Dilla and shit like that. But Free Base Dilla more was talking about, you know, me going through, you know, if y'all know what Free Base is, y'all go listen to that mixtape. You already know. I mean, Free Base. That's what it was, you know what I mean? Then Life of Dilla, you know what I'm saying, came out. And Life of Dilla was right after Free Base. Matter of fact, no, it was 007. Then it was 007 Life of Dilla. Then it was Free Base. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. I can't even really remember which mixtape came first. Was it Free Base or was it 007 Life of Dilla? I gotta go check on my shit. I really can't remember, but I really do believe 007 Freebase came out last. I think it was the last 007 mixtape, and it's one of my best works too. You know what I mean? One of my best works was definitely the 007 projects. I love them, and the Local Girl projects was fire. But Seducing Succubus probably my best mixtape. Freebase Dilla probably my best mixtape. And right now working on the working on Saturday Night Live is probably gonna be one of my best mixtapes by his work that I put out. Definitely the Eve was definitely fire. The first one and the second one definitely fire. You know what I mean? By his work, you go back check that shit out. So I ain't gonna lie, I put out a lot of fire bodies of work, you know what I'm saying? And Seducing Succubus is one of them, 007 Freebase is one of them, and Local Girl, matter of fact, none of the Local Girls, but it was, Freebase Dilla, Seducing Succubus, the Eve, and the Eve 2. Fire classic bodies of work, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely fire classic body of work. MOS 2, I think the MOS, when we come down to the MOS Mind Over Sight, you know, that was one of my first mixtapes ever, first music ever. I wouldn't really want to call it a classic, but I do got some shit on it that I feel like it is a classic. You would want to go back and listen to it, but it would be more MOS 2 and 3 would be the ones that I think fans will go back and listen to and probably deem that as those as classic. More so MOS 2, because it was a lot more rapping, a lot more hits. I feel like MOS 2 as far as like me rapping and shit like that and whatnot, you know what I mean? MOS 3 was more that what people call it bubblegum rap. I started to sing more, you know what I'm saying? I started to harmonize more and shit like that. So I would definitely call MOS 2 probably, I would put it in the body of work, the best body of work. I would put it there, you know. I would put MOS the first one there, but it just wasn't the best body of work. The audio wasn't good. Like I said, I did it on my nigga laptop. We had no mic. I was just recording straight off the motherfucking board, so we had no mic. So I'm gonna just say, the best body of work, like I said, was the Eve 1, the Eve 2, Seducing Succubus, and 007 Freebase Dilla. You know what I'm saying? You know, those are my best bodies of work, I feel like. You know what I mean? But I would say which one my favorite one, I would definitely go with the Eve 2. And 007 was beautiful. You know, to me, 007 was beautiful. Seducing Succubus, I definitely love that one. Local Girls, you know, I don't really know which one is my favorite one. I can't even say which one is my favorite motherfucking mixtape. I can't even say which one is my favorite mixtape, because I probably would go with also Dilla. You know what I'm saying? That mixtape right there was also a great body of work. Also Dilla, also Hans mixtape 2 was also fire, but also Dilla mixtape was fire. You know, it had 7 songs on it. The reason why I didn't put in the best body of work is it was only like 7 tracks, and people may not really consider that the best body of work with just 7 songs, you know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, I think also Dilla probably was one of my favorite mixtapes, you know what I'm saying, besides the 007 series. You know what I mean? If I want to go there, because I can't even say which mixtape is my favorite, but I would go and say the series that I love, the best series that I made. 'Cause I got like 3 series. I had the E series, we had the Local Girl series, the series of music, and we had 007. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite one probably would have been 007 series. Like, those series was just fire. Life of Dilla. You know, I just had a good time doing those songs. You could tell, 'cause I put a lot more tracks out doing those songs. You know, doing the 007 series, I did a lot more songs for those mixtapes. And, you know, the Eve series is fire. You know what I'm saying? The Eve series is definitely fire to me. You know, number 1, number 2. And I feel like I made number 3 and put it out there, but I don't know if I want to really call it the Eve 3 yet, because it's about my girl, and I feel like I don't want her to feel like it's all evil or you know, bad. But the Eve is really not about the evil of the woman. It's about being the first woman, and about the fact that I'm allowed to talk about a woman. That's why I called it the Eve. So it gave me the energy to actually talk about women how I want to talk about it. And the first Eve was more like me drawing my baby mother in a different person that she was, you know what I'm saying? Because she was evil, straight bad. So the Eve brought me the motivation I needed, you know what I'm saying, to aspire the most beautiful girl that I'm with right now. You know what I mean? So the Eve wasn't about my baby mama, nothing like that. It was more about me drawing a character that wasn't real. But now it's real though, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause shout out my beautiful white silk guns. But like I said, you know, the best series for me, and I definitely like the Eve. The Eve would definitely be my second favorite one because the Eve started out, you know, with me doing the motherfucking auto tune. I think the Eve birthed the auto tune. You know what I'm saying? 007 wasn't the birth of auto tune. It was the Eve for me, and the Eve definitely birthed the auto tune. So I definitely would say the Eve series probably my second favorite one. You know what I'm saying? But 007 was definitely my first. It's definitely my first. I'm always gonna love 007 series, and I'm always gonna come back to that series. And even though Local Girl was a great series, and that was a full one that I put out, you know what I mean? It's not like the Eve where I'm confused about if I'm gonna make the Eve 3, or turn it into Saturday Night Live. I'm still gonna make both mixtapes, Saturday Night Live and the Eve 3, but I don't know if I want to take all these songs that I got for Saturday Night Live and turn it to the Eve 3, and or maybe mix them up. I'll take some songs off and put them on the Eve 3, and you know, finish off the Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how that might go. But yeah, you know, I only love to talk about women in my music, you know what I'm saying? I really don't like to talk about street shit. I really don't like to talk about, you know, too much of my, you know, trapping days and shit like that. I'd love to just talk about women because I'm a guy with a dick, so I love pussy, you know what I'm saying? I love to just talk about it, you know what I'm saying? It's the best thing in the world to talk about, you know what I'm saying? When I go back in the days and I listen to the old school music, the guys singing the blues, they were singing the blues over girls and shit like that, and the music sounded fire. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who made a fire song to me, it had something to do with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I mean? If you go back and name your most favorite song, you know what I mean? He or she was talking about the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it as, you know, a way of venting, a way of letting my story out and shit like that. That's why a lot of my music hasn't been dropping out like that, like it used to back in the day. I used to come out with songs, you know, every fucking day, every week. You know what I'm saying? Every week I was new mixtape. Every week I was just dropping songs. You know what I'm saying? Dropping songs. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of me working on my mixtapes, I was working on my niggas mixtapes. Like I said, I had the Dilla Factor. We had a whole body of work there. You know, me and Smiley had a whole shit. We was working on his mixtape called Dangerous Mind. We was working on that whole shit, like 20 something songs long. You know what I'm saying? Then we had homie Dubs. We was working on Dubs mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what that shit was called. Solid Lines and some shit. I was his new mixtape, but we worked on that shit and some shit before that we worked on. You know what I'm saying? I think Misunderstand or Don't Understand You or some shit. L.O. Brisk, we was working on his first mixtape. Then we was on while working on his first mixtape, we was also doing the L.O. Dilla mixtape. So you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So I was working on music all the way around the border. I was doing music with all my guys, and then I was doing music, you know what I mean, my own mixtapes, you know what I mean, on my own time, you know what I mean, when I had my own free time to do music and shit like that. And I just love to talk about girls and shit like that, you know what I mean? Only time I was talking about real street shit or some crazy shit was when I did songs with my niggas and shit. And I felt like, you know, that was how I was able to balance it, you know what I mean? I was able to talk about some gangster shit and my life with that part when I did songs with like Dubs, when I did songs with Smiley, when I did songs with like, you know, Briss or some shit, you know what I mean? Because they was always talking about that type of shit, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I would also get my niggas to switch up and talk about what I was talking about, because they would always like, you talking about bitches, but after a while, they just caught on to the wave, and they was just like, damn, I want to do a song like how you doing it. I want you to do the core. You know what I mean? They just caught on to my wave, and they just wanted to just be a part of what I was doing, because they saw that I was just making magic and making music that actually felt good. You know what I'm saying? Whether I was saying some stupid shit or not, you know what I'm saying? Music just felt good, and you can hear that, you know, when I'm doing it, because you're like, damn, that shit crazy, you know what I'm saying? They either it was a real trash song where they laughing at it, or it was either a real fire song, you know what I'm saying? But either way, it made you feel good when you heard it, you know what I'm saying? And people love that shit, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. You know, nobody want to hear that shit all damn day though. You know, but I do. I love to listen to my music all damn day. But other people, you know, probably can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's how I get a lot of niggas out of my house. I just bump my music all day and shit. And next thing you know, they gone. See you later. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't take to hear Dilla all damn day. Because you got Dilla in your speakers screaming and singing and shit like that. I guess that shit get crazy after a while. You know what I'm saying? Especially I didn't really know how to edit and mix my music down. But to me, all that shit felt good. All that shit was just good music. You know what I'm saying? Talking about bitches and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I did mix it up though, you know what I'm saying? And I got songs that I don't put out, you know, I got a whole mixtape that I'll probably never put out. It's called The Secret, and I'll never put that shit out, you know what I'm saying? And I'll probably explain to you on another podcast what that's about. But right now, I just want to get on this podcast, tell you a little bit about my life and how, you know, also 7 came to be and why I love to talk about girls so much in my music, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just really all I know. And that's just beautiful to me. It makes me feel good to talk about women and shit like that in my music, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad shit, you know what I mean? It's because I go through good or bad shit with women, you know what I'm saying? I went through street shit, you know what I mean? That's why I was able to talk about street shit when it came to shit with my niggas and shit like that. But I also try to keep it in my lane too. I never really try to go too far out my lane just because homie doing such and such or son doing such and such. I just always gotta be me, you know what I'm saying? So even when a nigga was talking about some gangster shit, it be time where I sound like I'm saying some gangster shit, but if you listen to the lyrics, I'm still talking about a bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, or how I'm fucking bitches on the club, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Dilla Hans. You already know, coming to you out of Dilla's room. Brought to you by Hans TV and Suki Dilla Show. Y'all go subscribe, y'all go check that out, you know what I'm saying? I'm out, peace and love.